Hey Eagle's Nest, it's Katie. I haven't seen you in a few summers. I've missed you, but I'm back in quarantine now, as I'm sure the rest of you are. So I'm back at home in Rhode Island, and I thought I'm getting pretty itchy to be gardening this time of year. It's still pretty cold up here, but I figured might as well do some seed crafting. And so what we're gonna need for this craft is a toilet paper roll. You could also use a paper towel roll. I imagine we're probably using a bunch of these days. People are stocking up. And so when we're stocking up so much on stuff like toilet paper and paper towels, might as well minimize the waste. So we're gonna reuse these. So when you're done using them in the bathroom, wash your hands, and then we'll take them outside. So we'll need one or however many you can collect of these. I also got a paper towel roll, and I've already chopped those all up so we can get started. But this is a toilet paper roll I took straight from the bathroom. Gonna need some scissors, and make sure that you are cutting safely and being careful with the scissors. I'm just gonna cut this one in half, just like that. And then I'm gonna make 4 cuts on the bottom, and they're gonna go about a ½ inch up the toilet paper roll half that we've already got. So let's see, and they're gonna be 1 on each side. So now I've kind of got 4 sides, and it's pretty simple. It really doesn't matter if you mess this up, but the next thing we're gonna do is fold them so it makes like a bottom to this, so we can put some dirt and a seed in there. I'm gonna fold them kind of like you would fold a box if you're sending someone a present or something. So 1 flap, 2 flap, 3 flap, 4 flap, and then you've kind of got a makeshift box. So now we've got this, and you can do the same thing with the other half. I went ahead and made a bunch of these before because I'm really excited to plant some seeds. The next thing you're going to want to do now that you have your little seed planter ready is get some soil going. So one way you can do this is if you have a yard, you might be able to dig up some dirt if there's nothing planted there, even grass. You wouldn't want to dig up some grass. That works. If not, I had a bag of soil left over, potting soil from last summer. So hopefully you've got some soil mixed now, or at least ready to go from your yard. And what I like soil to look like before I plant is pretty much as fine as you can get it. So you don't want a whole lot of big chunks in there, but some are okay. And then it has to be pretty wet so that the seeds can germinate. Oh, just got some dirt on my face. But one way I like to test if soil is wet enough is if I take some in my hand, just a little bit, and I squeeze it like a fist, some drops of water should come out. So you see I got a little bit of dirty water. You don't want it to be soaked so that it's like dripping just when you pick it up. But if you squeeze it like a good hard sponge, a little bit of water should drip out of there. So once you got your soil like that, it's going to be time to start putting it in your toilet paper roll planters. So I'm going to hold it, cup it like this so that the bottom of my palm, the base of my palm, is supporting the bottom. Take a little fistful at a time and plant it right in there, and then press. Just gently press. We don't need to go crazy in there. If you were able to find seeds at home. If not, you might be able to take some out of a fruit that you ate, or even a vegetable like a bell pepper, and just take the seeds from inside there. Or if you're lucky like me and you have a seed packet or 2 at home, even if it's open and old, you can take that out. So I chose forget-me-not seeds, and I chose these because I had a bunch lying around, but I was going to make a video for all of you nesters out there, and I know that during the year, and especially during a hard time like this one, we might miss our camp friends. So let's forget each other not, and forget all of the beautiful things we learned from each other, and I'm gonna grow some flowers in honor of that. So I'm gonna just take my finger, just like this, and poke in the middle, and it should make a little hole. And every seed is different. I hope you can see the hole there. Every seed is different, but usually if you have seed packets, on the back it'll have a whole bunch of instructions. It should say under depth how deep you should be planting the seed. That's what that means. So mine says 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to kind of guesstimate because I've done this a few times before and I know my inches. If you don't, you could ask a grown-up to help you. Generally 1 inch on a grown-up finger is about like from this last crease on my index finger to the tip. But it doesn't have to be an exact science. Hopefully our seeds are hardy enough to persevere, even if we don't plant them exactly the right depth. So I've made my hole about 1/4 inch. I'm going to take these seeds out. These seeds are a few years old now. I think they're 2 or 3. So they're not going to be as fresh as brand new seeds. So I'm actually going to put 3 into this little hole I've just made. Let's see if I can show you. 1, 2, 3. So I've got 3 in there now, and then I'm going to take a little bit, just a little bit of the soil I've prepared and pat it down. And you don't want to be like squishing it in there, but just enough so that there's no little pockets of air and it'll stay in there. If you kind of move it around, it'll stay in place. So that's about it. Now we have a seed planted in here. It's gonna probably take about a week until it sprouts. And then when it does, just make sure it's in direct sun and you should have a plant growing pretty soon. And if you don't use tape on the bottom or you use biodegradable tape, you can pop these right in a garden when they're done, or in a bigger pot when they're, probably about yay high, maybe about as tall as your finger. You could put them in and into a new container or the ground, and they should grow some really cool things. I can't wait to hear what you all grow. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope you get your fingers dirty and some sunshine. I miss you all, and take good care and be safe. Bye.